Howdy y'all, welcome to another 2-Minute Tuesday. Today I want to talk about my favorite books that I visit regularly and why I visit them regularly, how they've changed my life. So, number one is John Maxwell's 5 Levels of Leadership. This book is my favorite book. This is number one for a reason. Okay, I read this book probably like 5 times a year. Radically changed the way that I lead not just my employees and my team, but the way I lead my spouse, my wife, my kids, and everybody else in this world, all right? Leadership is so pivotal, and these 5 levels of it really breaks it down into real world examples of how I can be a better leader in every gamut of life. Number 2 is number 2 for a reason. Personality isn't permanent. After I read John Maxwell's 5 Levels of Leadership, I think, oh man, I can't ever attain that with this person. And then I come to this book and it tells me that this personality that I have, this trait that I think that embodies who I am, is not permanent. Okay, I read this book about once a year with all of my staff members as well because it changes their lives. We've seen this book literally change lives. So Personality Isn't Permanent by Ben Hardy. All right, fantastic read, number 2. Number 3 is Gap in the Game by Dan Sullivan and Ben Hardy. Okay, this guy is brilliant. This book focuses on how we need to be focused on the gains in our life rather than the gaps, okay? It's really easy as an entrepreneur to focus on where we're not, why we haven't achieved this. You know, other people have this, so how come I'm not there yet, right? It's really easy to focus on that. And this gives you real world examples of how to focus on where you've come from and the things that you've already gained in your life, right? So that you are mentally prepared to continue to bridge that gap every single day, all right? Number 4 is Sell or Be Sold by none other than Grant Cardone. I'm not the biggest Grant Cardone fan, but this book is absolute fire. This book is gold. It's fun to listen to. Grant gets a little worked up in it, but reading this book is the absolute truth about living in this world, right? You're either selling or being sold, and I'm gonna let Uncle Grant teach you more about that. So get this book, listen to it, it'll completely change how you look at the world. And last, but certainly not least, is PsychoCybernetics, okay? This is done by Maxwell Maltz. Sorry, I don't remember that because PsychoCybernetics is hard enough to remember already. But PsychoCybernetics, one of my favorite books. It's all about the psychology of why people, right? Why we buy the way that we do, why we think the way that we do. So much goodness has come from this in my marketing strategies and how to appeal to certain types of people, certain groups of people, all of that, right? This book has taught me so much. One little tidbit, in this book, he talks about an experiment where people's birth date actually determined how much they'd be willing to pay for a bottle of wine, all right? There's a lot of cool little nuggets in there just like that. So, without further ado, those are the 5 books. PsychoCybernetics coming in at number 5. Hope that this has been beneficial for you guys. Read all of them, okay? Read them, but don't just read through them fast, okay? Read through them and read them 3, 4, 5 times. Follow along as you're listening to it. Whatever you got to do to really consume this, there's a reason that I visit all these books every single year. Love y'all. God bless. Win bigly.